Okay. So you mentioned Doug. Doug's here with Growth Team Strategies. He works with business owners to help them grow into a higher valuation and exit their business maybe at a level that they didn't think might have been possible before. How did you and Doug get connected?
I was part of Remodelers Advantage, which is a national organization that supports remodeling companies. And you have to have a certain revenue in order to even belong to that organization. And so Doug and I guess I started a little bit before Doug, but then he and I met during one of his initial meetings. And we pretty much hit it off, and it was easy to work with Doug. And so that I had asked to hire him as a coach. And then he was also a facilitator with some of our peer groups.
Doug, when you first met Kathy, what were some of the things about Lone Star Design Build that made you want to work with that business to get her a higher value and ultimately sell her company?
Well, I think probably the biggest thing was Kathy was very focused on what she wanted her outcome to be. She was very committed to doing things that she needed to do to make changes, which was apparent by her seeking out the peer group and taking advice from them, and really, I think fully exploring beyond what the initial reaction, like you said, was, can you sell a remodeling company? What's the valuation right now? And so the conversation really became more about, well, what needs to be true to get, out of this what you want to get out of it. And I think it was really more her commitment and, capabilities to do that was probably the most appealing part of working together.
Okay. What are some of the aspects of working with a business like Kathy's that you help with to increase the value of the businesses?
I think the biggest thing is really just a very good understanding of the numbers, but not only where they are right this minute, but where you need them to be. So we started with a 3-year plan, really looking at what would the balance sheet need to look like? What would the profit need to look like? What would, for the numbers to justify, the goals that she had for selling the business. And then I think it's a lot easier to work backwards from there. You can start to look at what the differential is, what things need to move, and then, to draw on some of the best practices out there so we don't have to reinvent the wheel to say, okay, well, if that's what we're trying to accomplish, we need a process for this, or we need to change, how this ratio looks, or whatever it might be. And then hopefully the business owner has the time and the commitment to act on that. And Kathy did a phenomenal job with that.